All right, guys, AB Investments. I had a really funny thought, okay? And a very cool idea, too. What if we pull some reverse psychology move on these guys? I mean, could you imagine how, like in my previous video, I was explaining what I personally thought that what they're fixing to do to us? Because like I was saying, you're gonna get phase one, phase two, phase three. We're about to be in phase three now. Everybody's spreading the FUD in phase two, scare people. Phase one was get everybody to FOMO in and buy. Almost in all meme stocks, it was traps laid out everywhere. It doesn't matter. AMC, GameStop, Sundial, be everywhere, BBI, everywhere. It was just nothing but traps. But again, this was for a bigger plan, like a bigger, deeper image than anybody can even think of. In fact, I'm literally the only one. Not that because I'm like the smartest, but I don't know. It just kind of opened up for me because again, like I look at everything across all markets, and I've been in this game for a while, and I've been engaging it. I mean, like the 2008 situation thing. I was a young college student. I was 20 years old. In fact, when it happened, um, I left high school in 2006, so I remember exactly what happened in those on those days, and this one is a completely different game because they're up against different people. Back then, there was no retailer crowd; it was all institutional. So like there was nobody to fool or play, you know, if that makes any sense. This one though, they're up against a retail army and it's much bigger. But their ploy from the get go was because they needed money because the market has been hurting since 2018, guys, 17, in fact. This is like right now what we're going through in inflation and all that. That's like okay. The pandemic was kind of like the scare, like the scare and kind of the face for why we're going through rough times as we're about to enter in rougher times. But the wound was cut back into like 2017ish, you know, and I think like that was globally too. So, oh my God, this is so crazy. Like to but like to bring like this whole thing like just to me, it makes so much sense. Like the whole plot sounds like a movie, but life is a movie, guys. Um, so yeah, now fast forward to this. They got the traps. Everybody fell in the traps. But here's the thing. In fact, let's step to phase two. Phase two happens a year, almost and a half, if not a year and a half by the time this happens. Who knows? Maybe next week, maybe next 6 months, maybe next 2, 3 months. Who knows? Maybe next year. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, guys. So I'm just entertaining here. Um, so phase two was batter the people down, screw them over, like let them wait. Let's see who can hold and who can't. Who doesn't, we just made money off of them because odds are they sold for a loss, especially the people that got in after that January run up. Like if you got in, I believe after May, um, yeah, it was like May 28th to, I would say no, you were safe then because I remember I was in there in January, before January. Um, you were not safe after as soon as that June rise started happening. Odds are when you bought anytime in that zone, you're in the red. So how many people do you think couldn't take it and long gone have already sold off their positions for a loss to try to jump on other ships and at least to try to fear got to them and they tried to save as whatever they could save? I believe that's a very good number. It's not like the majority of the community, but I believe it's a big number because again, people have to pay tax, like the end of the year, Christmas, holidays, people, Thanksgiving, Halloween, things like that. People, a lot of the retail, they know they're up against retail. They know how retail behavior is like. I mean, again, they have um, systems and they're paying billions of dollars just so they can understand our psychological behavior. And that's something that they themselves have put out there to say that, like, hey, we're doing that. So they know how people act. Battered people see who falls off the cliff or off the ship. And by the time the ship lands on the dock, which is where we at now, when it lands, we're going to tell them that, guess what? The land that you're about to land on is not the land, the promised land that you thought that all along you've been dreaming of, the land of milk and honey. No, this is the land that you landed in. You landed in Mordor. If you're a Lord of the Rings fan, and you watch the movies and the trilogies, then you know what I'm talking about. What Mordor is. Anyways, so now you're like a bunch of the community, obviously, because this is the phase that we're in, are like, okay, well, we're here now. We traveled all along. We can't just go back out into the ocean and try to go back. What can we do? Okay, now they have spread all this poison through the mouth, like, the feeders. The feeders are the YouTubers. YouTubers are out there on full effect, going out saying, yeah, I believe this. I'm not saying all of them are. I'm not saying, guys, anyone in particular, but you can see it. You can feel it. A lot of those YouTubers, they were taking stuff and feeding it back to the community. Crazy high numbers. Yeah, 12, 13,000, 20,000, blah, 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 100,000. The next thing you know, those certain YouTubers have started changing down to the 150 to 200 to 300. Some funny crap about 73. Like, come on. This is how I saw it. This is just how I feel like. So I'm walking you through this process of my thinking process on it. Now, they are, obviously, after we land on the dock, now they're sanitizing the ship. Everybody on there is getting their dose of sanitation, and now you don't know what to stand on anymore. They know you're retail. You're not institutional. They know how you behave, and they know what they had to do all along. So they already knew they were going to get to this step a year and a half ago. Believe it or not, I think they're that smart and they're that powerful. That's why they're in the places that they're in. So preparing now with passing the rules that they can fix the books in the aftermarket hours, they're going to be basically looking at, at the end of every business day and after however many halts they put us through, because again, the halts are like the amusement park roller coaster. They're going to take us on that roller coaster, and then suddenly it starts shaking and shaking while it's going up. It's like slowly you see the, like, how far and how high you are, and then it's like tick, 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 and then they just let you go, and then they halt you, and then they let you go again. So it's like, how can, they know they're going to shake off a lot of people with those antiques. Then comes basically, like, at that point we're in phase 3, and basically in the action, in the climax of the book, of the movie. At that point, here's a funny thought. That this is what I'm smiling about. Here's what I've been laughing at. Okay, now that I walked you all the way up to here from the beginning till now, what if we do know that they've been, like, faking the numbers, faking the line, changing it, it's not the real line, blah, blah, blah. Well, if they've been selling synthetics, all the fear is about this Vanguard and BlackRock and all these institutional buying. Well, I'm not going to sit here and say they have synthetics or they have real shares or whatever they have. Even if they have real shares, it does not matter to me. Here's what I'm trying to get to. Imagine if all those shares that they have were like kind of like a token that you get in an arcade place, like an arcade game. You get those tickets there. You have to go back to the store to redeem them and whatever. So they're like, okay, how much are you willing, if there's the grand prize and it's worth $50 trillion, okay? Just go with me, hypothetically speaking. $50 trillion for this grand prize. If you have a big feeling, let's say I'm the institutions, the market makers, and you are the person that I'm going against. I'm the one who's providing the prize. You're the one who's trying to go for the prize. If you're going and you're hitting like your targets one after another, and I feel like you have a really strong chance of winning that top prize, wouldn't it be beneficial for me to shed out or lose out on billions of dollars, not just millions, billions of dollars, even if it comes to it, $1 trillion or $2 trillion, to avoid, losing the full 50? Of course, because you're like, hey, the least amount of damage at that point. So to them, plan A has been take them through whatever I just explained, what I took you through, all that. And at the end, they think we're going to come out on top. They're going to come out on top. They're going to still come out profitable. And some people will win from retail this much, and the rest will all get screwed over. And after that, we're just good. Like, doesn't matter who says what, who cries what, because after that, the community itself, that little percentage, are going to be like, you shouldn't have been greedy, you shouldn't have been this, you shouldn't have been that, and you're worse off now because of you. Because again, once people win, they don't care about the loss. I hope it's not like that with our community, guys, because it should be us against them, not us, each one for himself, as some people has been spreading, each person for himself, because clearly they've been hit with a racketeering, and they've been proven through the SEC for doing swap plays. These guys were all one, while now we have certain YouTubers in the community who are spreading to you and promoting to you to be all each man for himself. Think on this, guys. I told you, when I pay attention to everything that goes on, I pay attention to the letter. And that's what you need to do. Like I said that in all my videos, guys. Pay attention to everything in the market, all the news. As much as you can gather, that's all intel. That's something is going to be beneficial for something. Nothing is not beneficial. So what if they are okay paying for, everybody's anticipating this $200 or $300 drop, because that's where they fight us at first. Well, if I'm the market maker and 300 is, and there's like 5 million or 45 million shares of AMC from such and such institution, who, or two institutions, are being dumped at that price, in that bracket, in that range. Of course, it's nothing easy. It's nothing hard for them to drop a price from whatever number to whatever number, because again, it's not real numbers, at least as far as we know, or I know. So number starts going down after that drop. Again, psychological effect. People, oh my God, we got screwed. Then what if we literally pull off the greatest Houdini play of all time, like the greatest reverse psychology play of all time, where we do the most unanticipated play or thing ever, in human history ever, and then we will literally trigger the biggest financial transfer of wealth in humankind history. Oh my God, it's so crazy, like, to say this and think this. I think I might, end up, who knows, like, if I end up like getting kicked off, or because again, I feel like I'm the only one who's saying this, literally. I know that I've seen most of the other channels and no one is saying something like this. They're all pushing different agenda or each other's agendas. If somehow something random, like what happened with the Al situation, Al from Boston, I feel like there's something weird with that, like how he was the only guy that was speaking. I'm not defending the guy, he could be the bad guy, but somehow he was proving, like, through numbers, how it's possible to get those crazy numbers. And at some point I felt like, all that scandal came out of nowhere quick, and like out of nowhere, like, all these chicks started coming out saying this. I don't know, again, it's conspiracy theories there, but I'm just saying to you, as my community viewer, if some crazy shit like this happens with me, then I've already given you the plot. You, by that point, you should already know, like, oh, okay, wow. Like you can put one and one together, and then you got the point. The only downfall to all this is that not many people know this channel. Not a lot of people are viewing this. Not a lot of people are seeing this. Um, Again, like, subscribe to the channel, guys. Share it to the other platforms. Take it everywhere else. Get people to go on that. This is more than a price to us, to me personally. This is how we can anticipate reverse psychology on the people that spent billions of dollars to study our psychology, and we reverse it on them and pull off the unexpected than whatever our human nature is expected to them. We pull off the unexpected. We give it, we no one, like literally everybody just like holds, let all these other people get out. We're holding most of the shares. We hold the float. So if all these people sell, it's okay. They can drop it. They can take it to 3 or 4 or 500 and drop it back down to 10 or 13, like where we are. But then once that happens, what did they cover? Nothing, because we own the float, and they didn't get the real shares. I mean, the reason why they can fix the books in the aftermarket, again, why do you think that rule is passed? Personally, I think, again, I'm not a financial advisor, guys, so I could be shooting crap right now, I guess. I could know nothing. I could be so wrong. Who knows? And this is not financial advice. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. But what if they, the reason why they passed those rules is because after every session, market hours, in the aftermarket hours, they can go ahead and go through all the shares. Like, what did we get? Did we get all the synthetics? How many real shares did we get? Take those, put them on the side. Okay, good. This was a good session today. Let's try to get them back out tomorrow. And if people fall for these baits, I think one day there's going to be a wake up, and the shares are going to be dumped. Like, there's not going to be some sort of like climb. Okay, there is climb. If they win with what they're plotting for, if I'm correct, I'm about this theory, then one random day you're going to wake up and you're going to see that the price have suddenly dropped back down to like 40 or 60 or 70. Because naturally, I personally think that the stock is worth like in that range regardless, like naturally, without any squeezes. When all this is said and done, I see AMC's rebounding around the 60, 70, $80 range, somewhere around there. Given that, the model is moving forward, and all that stuff, and the company is looking like it's going to be profitable soon. So yeah, they might pull off some really big metaverse things where you could go there and be in the metaverse. Like, trust me, they can adjust and they'll still be a profitable company in the future, not just the near one. So again, like, guys, this is just for entertainment. If you like what I said, please like and subscribe to the channel. Spread the word around, share it with other communities and other people. Please comment on this video. Tell me what you think. And I literally, guys, I feel like we can pull off the greatest reverse psychology play, because this whole thing has been about nothing but psychology. The reason why they've been so confident and they've been doing this like fake shorting and everything is because it's part of the plan. The reason why they're even been coming out like that Gus Perano guy talking crap to the apes, like, and to us, and calling us the apes and everything and all that, is because they feel like they're 100% gonna still land. No matter what happens, they're gonna land right where they want, what they plotted for over a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. So if we can reverse this on them and literally like screw them royally, guys, it's more tasteful than anything, I swear, in life. Like, you only live once. So whatever happens, however way it goes down or it happens, let's see. Again, I'm a spectator. I I just enjoy this, like, talk like this. This is what's hype for me. I don't hype with this random news that come out and people start jacking each other up about, and my tits are jacked or whatever, and everybody's looking in the wrong way, and some are saying you don't be this and don't be greedy and don't be that. Oh, the robot this is out. Robot Godzilla, guys, is only one it's basically the Boston market. That's what it's gonna be. Before Robot Godzilla is fully online, guys, and that T0 is fully functional, you're talking about 2024. Go read it in the SEC documents. I'm not putting shit from my own mouth, like from me. That's what it says there. We're not going to T0. And that in the Boston Robot Godzilla crap talk, the theory about that, that's one out of 12 markets. And Citadel is part owner of that Robot Godzilla theory. So yes, it's very good. Blockchain, very fast, great. But AMC and meme stocks are not, like, they specifically said that they're not going to be on that, trading on that market. Go check Adam Aaron. Check on it. Don't fact check me. Don't just take shit from my mouth. I'm, again, like I told you, I pay attention to everything throughout all the markets so I can have a very clear vision and notice when something is FUD and when something is okay, that's good. I can take it home and I can take it to the bank. So again, much love on this fine Sunday. I just had to make this video. Please, 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 please like and subscribe to the channel. Love you guys. Share it with everyone. And please write me through your thoughts on the comment section. And hopefully a lot of people could see this and we can get the word out there.